Welcome back. Well, you may remember just 2 short months ago, we were in shock at the gang rape of 8 women at a mine dump in Krugersdorp. They were filming a video. Tomorrow, 14 men charged with the rapes will appear in court again. Last month, 7 of the 14 appeared in the Krugersdorp Magistrates Court after being linked to this incident. They abandoned their application for bail. Mnisi joins me now to discuss the progress in all of this, our reporter on the story. Linda, good afternoon to you. There's a dynamic in our country where, as a nation, we are shocked at something that happens, at a crime. There's an arrest. Then there's a sort of postponement phase, and people tend to forget how shocked they were. What's the latest on this case?
Yeah, you'll remember that this incident happened in July, Stephen. And for most of the cases that we see in our courts, the issue around, investigation then kicks off. And that's where the cases really stalls. And that's where essentially this particular case is at, like you've mentioned. The last 7 of the 14 appeared before the Krugersdorp Magistrates Court, and they abandoned their bail essentially because also another thing that had to be taken into account was the issue around their addresses, which could not be verified. You'll remember that the issue around verifying an address in order to know that this person can be found, at this particular address, at this particular address when the case continues, can actually be found. So it affects bail, and that is why they decided, of course, that they would be, abandoning their bail.
So they've abandoned their bail applications. There's clearly a lot more to come in all of this. What's going to happen tomorrow? We're just going to have another appearance and another postponement. And that also means another delay in justice for those who were attacked in this brutal way.
Indeed, those who were attacked in this case, Stephen, you'll remember, remain as victims. The state has said that at this point, while there are many questions around, the production company itself, they still remain victims in this case. And you'll also remember that amongst the accused, there is the issue of the minor. Now, the minor, you'll remember that shortly after it was established, had to go through a preliminary inquiry, which was attended obviously by the magistrate, the parents of the child, and the legal representative. So in that preliminary investigation, a number of things have to be taken into account, because then it is the process of the Child Justice Act, where they look at issues around the upbringing of the child, but also looking at the circumstances around the commission of the crime itself. So his case will then be separate. So we'll hear what the outcomes of that particular preliminary inquiry will be, but also what's the latest. The NPA also said that what it would not be ruling out was the issue of more arrests. So are they going to be making more arrests? What then happens also with the issue around broadcasts? You'll remember cameras are not allowed in court, and that's because the identity parade was still outstanding. So, did they conclude the identity parade with the, victims and the accused? And then what's going to happen thereafter?
Linda Mnisi, thanks very much indeed, our reporter on that story.